Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Trinell.
B, want no smoke with me. Okay. Been turn this motherfucker up 800 degree. Whole team eat chefs cause she's a treat. Ooh, she's so bougie, bon appetit.
By the title of that video, you already know what's about to go down. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you guys know every time I post new videos. That is if you're new here. If not, welcome back, sis. I missed you guys. I know you guys miss me too. I've been trying to do this video for some time now. Like, this is my third time trying to film this video. Let's hope this goes good, because if not, then this is gonna be scratch. As you can see, I was trying to do it the first time. It didn't work out, problems with the audio. The second time, like, I was just not feeling it. So yeah, I guess it had to do with me doing my makeup, and I'm the type of person that I really need to be focused on what I'm doing. I'm a great multitasker, but when it comes to makeup, like, I need to shut up and just do my stuff. So in today's video, I'm just gonna be sharing with you guys my story time. I'm not even gonna be doing my makeup. As you guys can maybe tell, I only did my eyes, put on some lip gloss, put on some powder, and I didn't even have time to do my base because I really wanted to get this video done, because after today, if I don't try and do this video, then it's not gonna happen, sweetie. So who may not know, I recently had a baby. I was pregnant and I had my baby on August 22nd at 11:37 p.m. I was in labor for 8 hours, a total of 8 hours. The process wasn't, a long one. Thank gosh, because your girl wasn't trying to be in labor for a whole of 12 hours, 15 hours, 24 hours, like, nah. So I'm glad that little boy, he was ready to come out and everything. I broke at around minutes to 3. I was in the kitchen peeling some oranges, and I suddenly felt a gush of fluid come down. So I hurried ran to the bathroom and to check to see what it was. And when I looked, it was just clear fluid and kind of a little bit sticky. So I wasn't paying that mind, because bear in mind that I was 39 weeks at the time. My due date was not until a week later, a week and a half later. Before that, my body had been doing all sorts of things, so I wasn't even paying that any mind. I was like, oh, okay, something's happening again. So, and it was painless, so that was one of the reasons why I wasn't paying it any mind. I just went ahead and cleaned myself up, and as I was changing, as I was about to put on my underwear, another gush of fluid came down, but this time it was more than before. So then I looked at it, and at the time my boyfriend was in the room with me. He looked at me, he was like, why you piss on the floor? I was like, why I piss on the floor? So I looked at I like, down a piss. And so I told him, I think it's my water that broke. He was like, stop playing. But I was laughing, so he wasn't taking me serious. So he was like, stop playing. So I was just like, I'm going to wait and see if anything is going to happen, because I wasn't feeling any pain at all. So I just took a adult Pampers and sat it on the bed and just see if any contractions were going to happen or whatnot, to see what the next step was going to be. So at around 3:30, that was when I started to feel pain. It was like menstrual pain. It was nothing, too painful. So I started feeling it, and I started to time them. They were like about 7 to 10 minutes apart, timing them to see if they were gonna get any more intense and stuff like that. I'm going to be uploading some videos, because my boyfriend was videoing me when that was happening. It kind of looked like I was in pain, but I wasn't. I was just like breathing, practicing my breathing exercise, like just taking one contractions at a time, if you would, you know what I mean. So it kind of looked like I was in pain, but I wasn't. So yeah, around, I would say 5:45. Mom told us that we should go to the we should go to the hospital. I didn't want to go to the hospital as yet because I know that if you are at 1 to 2 centimeters, they're going to send you back, and I really didn't want to be running around, especially because we're in the middle of dealing with a pandemic, and I didn't want to be doing all that. But it was getting late, and at the time we had curfew, so we didn't want to, deal with any of that. My contractions, they were not getting, really intense. So I thought that I was like maybe at 1 centimeter or 2 centimeters the most. So we still end up decided to go to the hospital. So I don't know, that car ride to the hospital did something, because I came out of that car, like, my contractions starting to get a little bit more, stronger, as you can see here in the video. Your girl had to stop because the contractions were still bearable, but once the contraction happened, you had to stop what you were doing and just let that contraction pass and then move forward. Do our daily check-in, and bear in mind, like, with all of this, my boyfriend wasn't allowed to go in the room with me. This is one of the reasons why I wasn't able to do a vlog. I really wanted to do a vlog, but I couldn't because I was the only one in the hospital, and your girl wasn't about to hold up no device to be videoing me, because that pain that was hitting me was, only able to walk me to the to the area where the labor and delivery was, and after that it was gone. So we said our goodbyes. When I went in the room, they immediately gave me a gown and told me to change, put on the adult pampers, and bear in mind in these, as I'm doing these things, I'm having contractions, but they were still bearable. And then when the lady came to check me, I was at 4 to 5 centimeters. So like, I was shocked because for the contractions that I was having, it wasn't really intense. So for me to be at 4 to 5 centimeters, I was like, I was happy because like, yeah, I'm not gonna be here long. So fast forward to, I would say at around, 8, another clip. The girl was, having these contractions like an OG. I was just trying to sleep through like my contractions, just relax myself. I didn't want to be doing anything much. I was just laying down. I didn't want to, walk, because, as they say, if you walk about, you can, further dilate yourself, but the girl wasn't about to do that. As I went in that bed, like, I stayed in there until it was time for me to have the baby. Like, I couldn't get out. So yeah, when the lady came to check me at around like an hour later, she told me I was at 6 centimeters. And it was, the contractions were starting to hit like real deal, like rough. Like, I was on my phone playing game. Like, I couldn't even do that anymore. I just put up my phone. I didn't even know my phone went at the time. I just put it up and I just sat on the bed, and every time a contraction came, I would just hold very tightly to the at the side of the bed, and hold very tightly, because bro, those contractions were just they were intense. So I would say fast forward again to at around, I would say 9:30. Like, my contractions were really getting intense, as you can see here in this clip. Like, the girl was out of it. Like, they told us we had to wear masks throughout this whole process. Who the hell is gonna wear a mask with those contractions? I took everything off, honestly. Like, I couldn't, like, everything was bothering me. If I could have able to take off my gown, I would have, because it was everything was bothering me. The nurse came to check me, like an hour and a half later. I would say 2 hours later. Now since my contractions were getting intense, I was like, okay, your girl might be already at 8 centimeters, going to 9, so I'm soon ready. She came to check me. She told me I was only at 7. Bro, I looked at her like, 7 who? 7 what? Nah, bro, I was mad as hell. I was like, like I wanted to cry honestly, because for that pain, like I really thought that I was at 8 to 9 centimeters. So I was like feeling this kind of pain at 7 centimeters. Imagine when I reach 9 to 10 centimeters. Like, oh my god, I was pissed. I was everything like you could imagine. At this time, my contractions are 1 to 2 minutes apart, so I couldn't even say that I'm gonna close my eye and rest my eye, because as I closed my eye, another contraction happened, and bro, I was so over it. I would say like an hour later, half an hour later, they came to check me again. So I asked the lady come in, and she said, no, not as yet. What? Bruh. What? Like, I was freaking pissed. Doing so good, like, I jumped from 4 centimeters to like 6 centimeters. Now, like, I was just going slow. Good thing about it is that they were only just waiting for me to dilate, because my cervix had already thinned out. So that was good. They didn't have to give me any kind of medication to thin out my cervix, because my cervix were already thin. The baby was already effaced 90% or something like that, the nurse said. So they were just waiting for me to dilate. But it was still pissing me off that I was going slow. So that was the last time she came to check me, and she told me if I start to feel like I want to push, to not push, because since I'm not fully dilated, I could potentially hurt the baby. Oh, she left me off with that and was continue dealing with the contractions. Now I would say at around minutes to 11, I started to feel like I wanted to push. Now bear in mind, the last time they came to check me, the lady told me I wasn't ready yet. I was just at 7 centimeters. So I felt that I was like, oh my gosh, like this can't be happening. Now I try hard not to push, because I didn't want to hurt my baby. So I hold on to the rod that they used to hang the drips and the medication. I was holding on to that like a girl with a strap. I hold on to that pole tight. And I was trying hard not to push. No, but it was very difficult. Now look, another nurse looked like they saw me, because I was in a position, I was like, and I was moaning. I was like, one of the nurses saw that, so then they asked me what happened. I said, Miss, I feel like I want to push. No, I don't know what part of that. They hear I say I had to push. So they came running down. They came to check me to see. They said, don't push. They came and checked me. It looked like I was already crowning. So they said, I need to go on the table. So they grabbed me, and now I was trying to get out. They said, come on, let's go. Now I was trying to get out the bed, but same time a contraction was happening, and this bugger was intense. So I was like, Miss, wait. No. Why? The nurse called another nurse to come and drag me. Like, they literally dragged me. Like, I wasn't even walking. They dragged me to the delivery room. Bro, if I wasn't in so much pain, I would have cussed them out. Like, I guess because since they heard I said I was pushing, they were just hurrying me up. But I was not pushing. I just wanted to push. And I could have walked to the room, but I just wanted that contractions to, you know, to finish first before I could walk. But they didn't want to hear that. They dragged your girl, like, let's go. They put me on the table. They were prepping everything. They said don't push yet, and I went on the table at 11. Now, bro, it was hard as right to push. Like, I thought I was pushing. I honestly thought I was pushing. The nurse said, you ain't doing anything. Like, now at the time, like, I was really tired. I was out of breath because, like, then they told me to put on back my mask. So that was kind of throwing me off to let me get out of breath. I felt like I was about to pass out, like, literally. And at the same time, contractions were happening and I had to push. So imagine all of that happening together. So I started pushing, telling them, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. She's gonna tell me, if you can't do it, I worse cannot do it. No one told you to lay on your back. You know, I almost told her I wasn't laying on my back. I was in pain. So, but she was just kind of pissing me off a little bit. But you know, she was trying to talk me into pushing. But I guess I was pushing wrong because the doctor came and said and told me that I needed to put my chin to my chest and bear down. So as I did that, he was coming out. The head was showing. I was pushing, but I still wasn't pushing enough. The lady I was not supposed to get cut, but I guess since I was taking long and his head was in the canal, she slit me. Now, she didn't even put any kind of anesthetic on me. She just went and for the life of me, I screamed. Everyone in that room heard me because I felt everything that hurt. Then it hurt. I screamed. But I guess it was because since he was in the canal, and if he stayed any longer, then he could have not breathed and he could have suffocated. So she had to hurry do that without no anesthetic. But bruh, did that quick thing. He came out and I just started to cry. I was happy. He did one little cry and just went like back to sleep. They put him in the NICU, and while they were stitching me up and you know, making everything come out. But wait, y'all fake, because why didn't y'all tell me afterbirth was gonna hurt than a motherfucker? Like, why? Bro, when that nurse pushed down on my belly and she stick her hand up me to clip, like, that was worse than a contraction, honestly, for me. Like, I was in so much pain. After I was finished from there, like, down there was sore. Like, I couldn't walk. I couldn't even walk good. Like, whew. Like, y'all didn't tell me afterbirth was gonna hurt that much. Man, he weighed 7 pounds 2 ounces. Healthy baby boy. Nothing was wrong with him. I was happy about that. Thing was wrong with me. Everything went well, so I'm glad for that. Like, honestly, like, for all the pregnant moms out there, think too much about it, honestly, because if you do, then you're honestly gonna stress yourself and scare yourself. So just, you know, relax. Honestly, like, that's what I did. I honestly just relaxed and took every step at a time and deal with it. Like, I wasn't stressing, because that really can affect your baby. So yeah, so at the moment my baby he's already 1 month. My baby boy is 1 month and 2 weeks currently. So yeah, he's fat. He's getting really chunky. He's greedy. He is greedy. So yeah, that is it for my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys in my next video. Make sure to like this video and share. Leave a comment if you will. So yeah, until then, bye. Say bye. Say bye, baby. Say bye. Bye.